tournament for the first time since 2001. In 2020-21 season, they won the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. A nice job with this team as well.
Yeah, he's got them playing well right now.
Now comes down with that rebound.
I don't know, Brown lost his footing.
McClure had it knocked away by Harcum. McClure has one assist already. That one tried to wrap around for Bafuto.
Yeah, Bafuto couldn't find it. I mean, I think he was looking for it. He just couldn't find it. It's just hard for a big man to look down when he's getting a pass under the basket.
ULM, Coach Vining, a little bit out of sync to start. I think App State's got something to do with that, too.
They do. I think that first block inside, you kind of let them know that you're not going to bring anything easy in here, and they're just and they're also out-rebounding ULM right now.
Out of bounds. It'll belong to ULM. We've seen some shots missed pretty badly for App State, but they do have the 4-point lead. ULM on a 3-minute, 8-minute scoring drought, as Coach Kearns will substitute for the first time. Xavier Brown will check out of the ball game.
The last two Thursdays, ULM was really on fire.
Yep.
And now to start off 1-8 at home.
Look at this, Coach Vining. Tyree Boykin in the ball game for App State. First time since January the 11th. Injured his foot. Great feed from Howe to Bafuto. Stops a 3.5-minute scoring drought.
Yeah, Bafuto just able to slip off down through there and get it. Yeah, Boykin's averaging 15 points a game, and having to miss those games in conference 15 a game, but having to miss those games, that really set him back, and they're welcoming him here.
Not sure what percentage-wise he would be, but just his presence on the floor has got to be a big lift. Nice elevate. Speaking of lifts, that was Walker who knocks down the jumper.
He got up on that shot. He was open, but he really got up in there.
Mantis on the floor as well, so App State going 8 deep here already.
Well, they're on McClure and Blackman. They know who's supposed to be scoring.
McClure loves that runner. That time the rebound to Boykin. Boykin, a transfer from Union University in Jackson, Tennessee, a Division II school where he was their all-time leading scorer, 1,900 points. McClure.
That's the one they were looking for.
Ball tipped into backcourt. Stay with ULM with a fresh shot clock.
A lot of times App State would have been the one back there to pick that one up.
Bafuto has it stripped away, went down with it, and coming in Harcum to steal that ball away.
Yeah, you could usually get away with one dribble in there, but you get more than that, they're going to be dropping for you, and they just came after him.
Boykin, 18 games, 14 starts, averaging 12 points per game for the season, 15 in conference play. He'll take that jumper and miss. First shot since January the 12th against Georgia Southern.
But it had a chance to go for him. He looked good getting the shot.
McClure knocked away that time by Pearson. Now Blackman. We could build another building with all these bricks.
I'm telling you, they just can't get them to go. Blackman's 0 for 3 now, and he's had good shots.
See the field goals on your screen.
That's not a good sign for ULM.
This is Pearson. Walker, fadeaway jumper. Wow, right? With Howell in his face. Howell's like, what else do I got to do?
Yeah, he almost, like he's shooting that down.
Dibaji Walker, he's a transfer from UMass. What a lot of length. That left-handed jump shot.
He's only averaging a little over 6 points a game, and he just hadn't missed here.
This defense for App State really dialed up.
Yeah, they're putting a body on them, and they're getting over the top of that screen to pick up.
McClure gets one to go down, and kind of a look of relief for him.
Yeah, finally, he says.
So ULM is on another scoring drought. Now 3 of 13 from the floor. Only one foul combined here in the first 9+ minutes.
If Walken exploded to go to the basket that time, he looked like he was okay then.
Howe with that rebound on the miss by Pearson. McClure working on some ankles there as Harkham maybe hurt as he is down in the paint. Finally a whistle. And I hope Harkham's okay.
Yeah, he doesn't look okay. He's
back. That crossover dribble by LaCour.
Yeah, he went down.
But LaCour finally getting a 3 to go, Coach Vining, and maybe the Lids voucher to the concession stand, courtesy of head coach Keith Richard.
Well, they mean so much to him and the team, and you can see they showed up, and they'll be showing out before it's over with.
It was the first 200 last week. This week it's the first 300.
Well, they responded, and he responded.
Blackman down to Howell, takes that jump shot. Shot just not falling. The free throw shooting contest during the break didn't go as well either.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like this.
Shooting it from all angles, not good so far tonight. This is Abson, the freshman. Gregory looking for his first bucket. Good back cut. But throwing it away that time was Mantis. And an App State turnover.
Yeah, Mantis was going to the goal and got there, but give it up. And looked like stepped out of bounds. I mean, he was getting ready to get the pass and get that shot, and he just drifted back. He's making sure he was in the 3 and stepped out of bounds.
A good sign for App State as Harkham checks back into the ball game.
Yeah, between the two teams, they're 0 for their last 9.
Gregory gets the feed from Brown. And Brown will back his way in.
Yeah, they're deliberate, trying to find a path to the basket. They're going to come off this screen and try to go.
Markham, what a tough shot that was. Howell the rebound. Good defensive possession for the Warhawks. Here comes Hancock in transition. And he'll head to the free throw line.
They get in there, but when they get in there, they meet in some resistance.
Hancock didn't play in the game on Saturday.
Yeah, he was lucky to even hang on to that one. They got the ball and him.
Fouled by the 6'9" grad transfer from UMass, Walker. So it's Hancock. And this is the first. ULM 1 for 3 so far at the free throw stripe. LaCour will check back in for Langston Powell. Hancock, the Dallas, Texas native, a transfer from Milwaukee. Splits the pair. 2-point game. App State's led for the entirety so far.
You know, App State is, they're just kind of deceiving a little bit. They're just up on you always, and then, the size, 6'9", 6'11", and athletic. They're not just standing around the paint and can't move. They really can put it on the floor and shoot.
Good bounce pass, good back cut, and a finish at the rim by Xavion Brown. Got a good point. I think the size, not just with the bigger guys, but at every position, giving ULM some trouble. As Brown is fouled that time by Jamari Blackman.
Well, that height and that athleticism goes along with it. I said they're just more athletic. They're not just tall and stand around and take up space. They can get out and move.
Brown just a 28% free throw shooter. Missed that one badly. He had 12 points. And lost to James Madison, in which they kind of sleptwalked through that first half. Howe still can't get that shot to fall.
Yeah, he's having to get it up over Abson there. That's one of those 6'9" guys.
It's the length of Abson and Walker. Yeah, Gregory looks that small guard position.
So he just pushing his way in there, and if you push back, you wind up the defense gets it.
Another 3 knocked down, this time by Dibaji Walker. Columbus, Ohio native. He was held scoreless on Saturday in 12 minutes. But he's playing well tonight. 4 points for him.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3 so far right now. He's only averaging 5.1, but he's lighting it up here. He came to play. It was 3 for 3 from the field.
Quick first half, only 4 combined fouls. 7-point lead, the largest for App State. ULM only needs a good possession here as Galleon's 1 for 1. 1 for 2 now from 3.
Well, it looks like it's going to be difficult to dribble to get a shot. You know, they're going to come off screens and pass and cut and hit the cutter because, you know, they're just right with them defensively. And when you come off of the screen, they double team it for a second. There's another 3.
And it's right down the middle. So a 3 from C.J. Huntley. And there's another big guy at 6'11" taking a 3.
That's his second one.
And I think we got a technical. I know an offensive foul. It's on Victor Bafuto. I was looking towards the ball.
I was too. He was frustrated earlier. You know, he's like 1 for 6. He got the ball right under the basket and missed a couple. So I think he's probably just frustrated trying to push his way open.
Mari Blackman still scoreless. ULM team frustrated. A lot of shots not falling for them. And Xavier Brown has it. It's kind of danger time for ULM. Another 3-point attempt. And that one looked good by Walker as a whistle and a foul called underneath on the Warhawks.
Yeah, it looked like LaCour shoved him when he jumped. He went up in the air and he just pushed him out. You know, I'm not sure that wasn't a frustration foul, too.
ULM's missed their last 6 shots. Harcum hands off for Gregory. Still looking for his first bucket. But now 21 points. Walker.
They're trying to get Walker down there with that left hand.
What a nice feed. Gregory, there's his first 2. And the lead balloons to 12 now for the Mountaineers.
See, Walker gets out to that corner, or that short corner, and then he can turn with that left hand back in the lane, and then somebody cuts it, and they get it to him.
And a whistle and another foul away from the basketball. Don Daly trying to clean things up a little bit.
Yeah, he's watching that pushing in there. And that's Huntley, and this was probably Huntley and Howell at that time. Yeah, after they call that other one on Bafuto, they'll start watching it.
Here's Hancock. LaCour. Now Howell. He's missed his last few shots. He's a little bit scared to take that jump shot right now as LaCour with a really tough fadeaway with a hand in his face. And another good defensive possession for App State.
Yeah, they're just not able to take it to the basket.
Xavier Brown feeds across the block and a 2-handed slam by Huntley. And another timeout taken by ULM.
Yeah, they're watching the ball then. Somebody was watching the ball, and Huntley just slipped behind 3 minutes.
Chris Harris, Mike Vining with you. Right now, currently ULM, one of the best stories in this conference. In 5th place right now. We got a jump ball. And the possession arrow will keep it with ULM, but another nice play defensively for App State.
Yeah, ULM, they're 2 of their last 12 and are only shooting 20% from the field.
This is a big 2:02 before halftime.
You know, and this is a team that was 10 for 15 from 3-point range not long ago.
We had 15 threes last Thursday in that win against Coastal Carolina. As Bafuto hands off for Blackman, who is still scoreless. Averaged 29 last week. Somehow finds Powell. That's his spot, and a big 3 by the senior. The super senior came through.
That's what they were looking for. But, you know, ULM is able to get to the basket, but they're not going to score in there. They're going to kick it out as they just did then.
Breaks up a 3-minute, 27-second scoring drought. And I tell you what, away from the basketball, it's getting physical, and Xavier Brown, I think, took a shot to the head.
Yeah, I know somebody went down. But they're watching. Yeah, Bafuto's back in there.
Watch underneath the basket, Zero Brown.
Oh, he ran under.
He hit Bafuto's arm.
Yeah, Bafuto had his arm out there, but he didn't hit him, but he just ran into it.
He wasn't looking where he was going. Friendly, almost friendly fire, but by the other team. 3 on the way by Walker. That time off the mark. Got a smooth stroke with that 6'9" frame.
Boy, he does. It looks like it's going every time.
Howell, loss for Bafuto, and a whistle and a foul called on Walker.
Yeah, it looked like Bafuto thought that was a shot. I thought it was a pass.
Well, that's number 2 on Dibaji Walker, the 6'9" grad transfer from UMass. And Bafuto to the free throw line. Only a 65% free throw shooter, 1 for 2 so far today. That one right down the middle.
Yeah, he shot that one with some confidence, but it seems like after that first block, he hadn't played like he's capable of playing. And then, of course, when he put it on, everyone does to play at home. And of course, LSU recruits up here, so they'd like to come up here and play.
High arching free throw by Xavier Brown is good. He was fouled right before the.
Well, that release looked different when he let it go. It looked like he just flipped it, and the way it went up, I thought it was going to be short, and it was he just drilled it.
Only a 28% free throw shooter, and he made both. That's the first 2 made free throws of the game for App State. They were 0 for 2 as he'll check out.
Well, you mentioned earlier that both of these teams
they don't foul.
Do not foul a lot.
That's one of those odd stats coming in. I looked at and just, neither team, nobody really gets in foul trouble. Blackman loses it on the baseline, a jump ball, and it'll stay with ULM. Out of the timeout.
Yeah, Bafuto has a tough time handling that bounce pass under there.
12-point lead. It ballooned to 17, but ULM had an answer. Got the first points from Blackman. Made 3. He's going to work. Reverse layup good. He's got 5 now. And for App State, you don't want to get Jamari Blackman going because he gets in beast mode.
But it's interesting just to watch him, how hard he has to work to get the ball. Yeah, they're keying in on him and LaCour for sure.
Only all-time best at UNA, North Alabama, transferring to ULM. 3 off the mark that time. I think Huntley thought it was going.
He did.
Chance to cut it back to single digits here, LaCour. Nice drive that time, in and out of the shot, though. And we may have another jump ball. And this time it'll go back to the Mountaineers.
On that one, Bafuto got a hand on it, but App State did too.
14-15 to go. Blackman, who led the Sun Belt in scoring last week, 29 points, 35 against Coastal, 23 against South Alabama. Only player in the Sun Belt to score 35 points in a game this year, and he's done it twice.
When he's going, he's rolling. But it looks like App State's entire game plan was to make sure that he doesn't get started. And they did a great job in the first half. He was 0 for 3. Not only did he not score, he didn't get but 3 shots.
See if this ball. Ooh.
That didn't Blackman. I didn't see him hit it.
Tim Fitzgerald called it this way. Gregory backs his way in. Another 3 attempt, short that time again for Huntley.
See, Huntley kind of cools off a little bit, and then some of ULM that was won forever in the first half might get started, but he wasn't able to get that one to go.
It's a good-looking shot.
Yeah, that was one of his better shots that he's the best shot that he's had to have a chance to shoot tonight.
Boykin playing some limited minutes today, but great to have him back for App State. As that one drained by Dibaji Walker. He's done a nice game with that left-handed stroke, the transfer from Cleveland State and UMass.
See, Walker just sets those screens, and they do a great job of coming off of him back and forth, and instead of rolling to the basket, he pops out, and then he can hit that that mid-range jumper.
9 points for him, averages 6.4 above his average. See the bench points, 15-4. Lacour almost shuffled his pivot foot.
See, that's Walker was guarding Lacour.
And now breathes a sigh of relief. He finally gets one to go. That was a nice move.
Yeah, that's I mentioned Walker at 6'9". He's the one that's making it very difficult for Lacour to come up with that shot.
Solid crowd here. ULM trying to do something to get them back into this ball game.
Yeah, the crowd's wanting to get into it. Yeah, they're just waiting.
Get it under 10. Boykin beats Lacour, draws the foul, and Boykin will head to the free throw line and shoot two. He's a really good free throw shooter, 76% on the year.
Well, that was on Maputo. I had thought Lacour had him.
Boykin played the first 5 games in conference play, got hurt in that Georgia Southern game, hurt his foot. First game back.
Yeah, he just drove right into Maputo.
One more time for the graduate transfer. And the lead is 11. So App State with an 11-point advantage, trying to snap a 2-game skid.
You know, ULM's trying to keep from having a 2-game skid.
This is the 3rd game of a 3-game homestand. There's an offensive foul on Howell. Coach Keith Richard is livid over there on the far side. And he's giving one of our officials a earful.
He would tell him how he let him push, but then he bumped him that last.
And they have the basketball out of the timeout. Coach Mike Vining. I'm Chris Harris with you from here in Monroe. A big one in the Sun Belt Conference. Right now, ULM sitting at 5th place. App State at 6th place.
You know, at this time of the year is where the home game is so important to you. You know, because you've already played on the road, or you're going to have to play on the road.
Markham gives it up for Abson. Now back playing that 2-man game. The freshman's had a nice night, 6.7 rebounds. Getting pushed around by Bafudo. And his hook shot's off the mark. He's got a bright future, that freshman.
Yeah, the officials try to let him make a little bump.
A great feed from Lacour. And Bafudo's bucket cuts the lead to single digits. Closest it's been in a while. App State led by as many as 17. They had a 12-0 run. Here come the Warhawks.
Yeah, that was a big pass by Lacour, and then Bafudo got it finished, and then he comes up with it. And I thought they was going to get a foul on him.
Another steal for Lacour. Thomas Howell get it right back to him. Lacour, he plays some great defense. One of the top steal guys as Boykin took a shot by Lacour as Don Daly talking it over with Tyreek Lacour.
Yeah,
Got bumped.
Yeah, he got tripped there, and he was falling out of bounds, and he just threw it off of him so it wouldn't, so it'd keep the ball.
You know what? I give Boykin credit. That could have gotten something going, but cooler heads prevailed.
Yep. You know, he accomplished what he wanted to. He didn't let him drive. The tough part, you know, for him is he got the foul.
Lacour, this time guarded by Gregory, getting to the rim. Misses, but a late whistle and a foul called. I'll send Lacour to the free throw line, a chance to make it a 7-point game.
Yeah, that was on Gregory. That's tough taking it in there to Absent.
Yeah, some shaking of the heads down low. Under that rim right now. It was tough call as Lacour makes it an 8-point game. He's got 8 points. Coach, only 2 of 10 shooting, but he's been very impactful.
Well, you know, he comes up with a steal. And, you know, he made the pass to Bafudo earlier to get something going. He hits his free throws. You know, he can just do so many things to help you besides scoring. And then when he scores, that just really adds to it.
7-point game. As LaCour steals, he's third in the conference, 1.8 steals per game. He's got 2 today. App State, this is possession. Crowd trying to get back into it. Be a good time. There's a whistle and a foul. Reach over. I think they're going to get Bafuto.
Yeah, he and Langston Powell, they gathered on. Both of them were there. Both of them were there. It looked like Powell might have got a push in. That's his second foul.
So a 17-point lead, now 7. Xavion Brown got loose somehow.
He faked them off. He made a great fake to cut, and they took it, and he just went to the basket and got that high percentage shot.
Halfway point, 10 minutes to go. Lead back to 9 for the Mountaineers.
See, look how hard. Look at LaCour. Yeah, he can't even get the ball.
Walker, much taller, 6'9" on him right now. Blackman blocked by Brown. Pass way ahead. Too strong for Brown.
And you know great that effort. Hurts. You know that hurts for App State. You know, you just got it. All you got to do is complete a pass.
You saw the standing ovation the bench gave him, though.
Yeah, he got it. That step back wasn't far enough for with their size and their length.
He got a hand on it, though. I think he was a little mad he didn't pull it in. LaCour off the mark that time. Blackman got the tip out from Bafuto.
LaCour was sitting there begging for it while he was open, and they didn't get it to him in time.
LaCour in and out. Well, that was right on target.
Yeah, it went in. It just wouldn't stay in. And again, he's shooting over those big guys.
Boykin.
Langston Powell was pushing and shoving over there.
Walker will take the 3. 7 on the shot clock. It's off. Here comes ULM. They're playing with some momentum right now. Blackman rejected. My goodness, by the freshman Absent.
He put that one up in the stand. But you know, he just came after it. He just came after it.
Substitution for App State. As Absent will check out, and Huntley will come back. What great minutes they've gotten from Justin Absent.
Yeah, from 6'9" to 6'11".
It's a big team all the way across the board. Ansys back. Look down low. Good post up by Bafuto, who missed the bunny. Wow.
He was. I can't believe he didn't put it off the glass.
You know, I don't know what happened, but it seemed like he was trying to figure out, should I dunk it or just lay it in?
That's what I think too. He was the indecisiveness meant he didn't get anything out of it. But it's like he was going to try to throw it down. He just didn't get up high enough to get it done. I mean, that's just a gimme.
There's Walker. And Xavion Brown now. So App State offense been pretty stagnant lately.
Yeah, ULM's had a chance to get back in it. They just haven't been able to take it.
Walker pulls up. That one's off the mark. Big rebound by Bafuto. Pulls down rebound number 7. Howe, by the way, already has 12 rebounds. He shoots the 3. In and out.
Can't get it to go.
Bafuto, the offensive rebound. 3 by Powell. Yes, sir.
That's what they've been waiting on. That's what they've been waiting on.
6-point ball game. Now the crowd's back in it. Brown grabs it in backcourt. That's a backcourt violation.
That's LaCour out there just pressing the ball, just giving them trouble.
From down 17, now down 6. Final 7.
Of it.
We were talking during the break, Coach. When it got to 17, we were thinking this game might turn into a blowout, but ULM had plenty other plans.
Yeah, it was about to get ugly.
Abson back in the ball game, and he immediately scores.
Man, he knows how to use that body in that left hand.
4-point game that stops a nearly 4-minute scoring drought. 3:58 for App State. ULM down by 4. Coach, shooting only 28%.
Dude, they're just all over the ball. He's just all over the ball, and ULM was trying to get the ball to Blackman to get the shot, and they just defended it extremely well.
Great hustle by everybody. I'll tell you what, Walker, 6'9", 200 pounds. Might be on the light side there.
Where he just goes there, just dives in there with it.
11 on the shot clock for ULM. They keep possession with the arrow. I realize that shot clock did not reset.
Yeah.
Blackman to the rim.
I don't know how he got that one off. he got it up over him. He just took it in there. I was worried about him getting that one off.
This is Blackman time. 9 for the kid from Hoover. Back to a 2-point game.
Boy, he was open there for a second.
Boykin in and out. Rebound Bafuto. ULM could tie or take the lead as we hit the 5-minute mark.
Well, it looked like that one was in all the way, and it went in and came back out. LaCour was just trying to get Walker
for the lead.
Blackman.
Howell had his foot on the baseline trying to save that. That would have been for Thomas Howell his 14th rebound if he could have corralled it. Only 4 points, but he's made an impact with those boards.
Boy, if Blackman had been able to hit that 3, that crowd would have really come alive.
I would have given ULM their first lead. App State's led from start to right now. Nice feed, Absent across the block. Gregory couldn't handle the pass.
Good defense right there. Good defense. LaCour recovered. He got back in there. Everybody helped, and everybody helped everybody. You know, a couple of times, the first one will help, and the second one doesn't, and then they get a layup out of it. But they did a great job of recognizing that.
LaCour has not shot the ball well, but his energy has given ULM a huge lift. And he lost the ball.
Well, you can pick the ball up. There's never a time you can't pick the ball up. I guess he thought he couldn't. You might not can dribble it anymore, but you can pick it up.
Gregory, very, very quiet. 21 points on Saturday, only 2 here today.
They're using some screens.
Make it 4 for Gregory. Muscles his way to the rim.
You know, he came off of about 3 screens, kept his dribble alive, and was able to finally wind up at the basket.
App State has 6 blocks. That's been huge. 4 by Abson.
Well, Bafuto swung around and got open for a second.
Shot clock at 10. LaCour. Now Powell, 5 on the shot clock. Lost the handle. It's kind of out of control, that possession.
Yeah, just left the ball hanging out there. I mean, when you go into the basket, you got to keep it in tight to your body. And he just got it too far away from him, and they took it.
Coach Kearns calling out a play, the 4th-year head coach. Took his team to the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago.
That's pretty good bump in there.
Blackman wasn't giving up ground.
Yeah, you know, Gregory they gave him 2 bumps, and then
only 4 points, but 6 assists tonight. And he has his team up by 4, 3:05 left. Mike Vining, I'm Chris Harris with you here from Monroe, Louisiana.
Yeah, Diamond was taking it to the basket. He was going to get him a basket, and that was one that he was looking for that one.
Rebound number 14 for Howell off that Harcum miss.
Well, Harcum come off of that looking to shoot. I mean, he didn't hesitate. They ran it to him.
ULM has not tied the game yet. They've never had a lead. LaCour Off the mark. How? Oh, no, that was Bafuto. Foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Another ULM offensive rebound.
Well, Bafuto's getting around there. He just hadn't been able to put one back in. The foul's on Harkle.
It's 10 offensive rebounds now.
Yeah, he just lost that one off his hand. He never got a hold of it, it looked like, on the replay.
Look at Bafuto's numbers. Only 2 of 9 for the floor in 30 minutes. Yes, that's a big miss there. He was 3 of 4 at the line.
Yeah, that one was never going. That one.
7 points, 10 rebounds. Thomas Howell, 4 points, 14 rebounds in 37 minutes. Oh, man, missed both
big.
of them.
Yeah, that's just like a turnover. That's tough when you, at this stage of the game, you're 2.5 minutes and down 4. That's just a
good screen set there by Walker. Boykin, first game back since January the 12th against LaCour.
Well,
veteran versus veteran.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of dribbling.
Shot clock at 5. Gregory lobs. Walker. Shot clock expires, but ULM has possession.
Yeah, he got behind the basket. ULM did a great job defensively that time. That was one of their better defensive possessions tonight.
Langston Powell. Hard closeout there by Boykin on LaCour. Open 3 for Powell. Off the side of the backboard. 15th rebound for Howell. Then another block. The 5th by Abson. An air ball from the corner. Now a foul on Langston Powell. Tell you what, a lot of great opportunities in that possession for the World.
So many looks. Just so many looks. They just couldn't get it to go. I mean, I think that was, you know, Powell, understand that, just a frustration foul, just trying to get it. You know, he had his shot, and, you know, LaCour had his, and it just put too much on it to the air ball. You know, Powell's there. Looks like he had the ball, but that's he got some arm, too.
So at the line is the freshman Abson. This is 1-and-1. There's Xavion Brown back. Which, finding Thomas Howell has 15 rebounds. That matches his high, which he did at Marshall. That one way off the mark. And ULM will get the ball back, still down by 4.
You know, they got to score and get a stop. That's simple. You got to score and get a stop.
Scoring droughts. ULM hasn't scored in 3:53. App State hasn't scored in 2:20.
That's a lot of time.
Anybody want to score down the stretch? Blackman wants to. A little bit too strong, and a foul over the back on Bafuto.
Yeah, Bafuto trying to keep it alive and just got too much body.
Both these teams defensively have been so good. We say bad offense, and we've seen some extraordinary defense tonight.
He hit him right in the back of the head on the replay. I saw him hit the ball and land on his back.
Still 1-and-1. Abson only a 44% free throw shooter. Not necessarily a good free throw shooting team.
You know, these free throws, again, you know, ULM just missed theirs. It's a turnover at this point if they don't make it.
Nobody can score. Oh, boy. ULM, the door's still wide open for them.
Yeah, close to 7 minutes. But he just slipped down.
He did.
Tried to turn the corner and just slipped. Wow. That's a tough way.
Yep, he just slipped.
Just on the side of his foot. That's a tough way to lose a ball game. If it, you know, they're able to stop them, they're just not able to score.
Whistle and a foul on LaCour. Man, that'll send Boykin to the free throw line, where he is a 76% free throw shooter.
Yeah, Boykin was trying to back him out of there so he could get the pass, and he just kind of grabbed him.
Boykin 1 for 2 at the line today. As a team, App State 3 of 8. You see the hold by LaCour, his third.
Yeah, he was backing him out, and he just grabbed it.
Boykin makes a free throw. That stops a scoring drought of 3 minutes for both teams. Boykin misses the second. Door's still open for ULM, down by 5.
It is. You know, they just got to score. You know, they've done the job on the defensive end. They just haven't been able to do it on the offensive end.
LaCour guarded heavily there by Harkham.
Again, they just trying to make it so difficult to keep him from getting the ball. Two of them.
That's rebound number 16, by the way, for Howell. New career high. Blackman off the mark. Out of bounds. It should stay with ULM. Well, they may look at that, but it was off of a App State player.
Yeah, looks like they're going back.
So they'll keep it at 20 on the shot clock. Langston Powell to trigger.
Well, they're not going to get a decent shot. They're going to get a shot, but not a decent shot.
LaCour drives past Walker and scores. One possession game and a timeout taken by ULM. He saw Walker on him, and he took advantage of that mismatch.
Well, he did. And he just had to take it inside. Just take it in there and use his body. You know, and use his body and go into it. And then
there's a scenario out there where they could win out, go to the conference championship, lose to the Cajuns, and make a case for an at-large. Not saying it's going to happen, but the Sun Belt's that good of a league this year where you can see a scenario where you can get two teams in.
I thought Blackman was going to pick that one off. Well, they got it out of that trap. It looks like when he subbed, looked like he got his free throw shooters in there, but you don't know. Harkham hadn't really shot any.
Well, Harkham's fourth in the conference in free throw shooting at 83%. So you got the guy you want at the line.
Yeah, that's what he put in there. I'm just looking. He's 0 for 8 from the field, but that's a different story right now.
Right down the middle of the first. Saturday had 20 points, 5 of 10 from 3. But today he's been held in check. That was his first point.
Well, they put him in the game for free throw shooting. That last possession when they took all of made a mass sub, it was to get his free throw shooters there.
Averages 13 in conference play. That's his first 2 of this ball game. And the lead is 5. First to 50 will first to 50 win tonight. App State gets their first. Timeout called by Dustin Kearns. Well, ULM goes to Southern Miss Saturday.
It's the closest many on the road as they have at home in the conference.
That's just how this ULM team is wired. They can handle on the road in conference play.
You know, they got to get a score and a foul and a stop.
Blackman can't hit. Rebound absent.
Yeah, that's it.
And a foul.
Yeah, they needed that one to go.
You know, ULM's going to come up short, but down by 17, they come back, cut the lead to 2, and gave themselves a chance to win this basketball game.
They had it. You know, they just had a couple of tough breaks. You know, LaCour's driving to the basket, and he's just slides down, and you know that normally doesn't happen. And then they just had a couple of turnovers, which can happen at any time, and they just come up short.
Harkham's now 3 for 3, and for App State, Coach Finding, they're coming off back-to-back home losses to Marshall, James Madison. And how good does it feel for these guys to get a win on the road?
To go on the road and come away with a win against a team that's ahead of them in the standing. That's what's big for them.
Against this really good ULM team. There's last-second look by LaCour. That's off the mark, and App State survives here in